Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. So this is actually currently the third take of this intro. For some reason I can't speak today and I keep falling over my words, so this is the third time I'm going to try and film this intro. But today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 all-time favourite anime. These are the anime that I feel like have made the most impact in my life and I can rewatch again and again and I will never get bored of them. So let's get into it. In at number 5 we have the Precure or the Precure series. Now there are currently 14 different Precure animes and normally one Precure series will air per year. Currently the series is Mahou Girls Tsugai Precure. I hope I said it in the right order, it's a bit of a weird title. But anyway, this series normally focuses around a group of Japanese high schoolers. And in some way or another they wind up being given magical girl powers, and like any magical girl anime they have to fight off evil beings who are trying to destroy their world somehow, whilst making new friends, new allies, collecting items along the way. It's all generally the same kind of outline as with any magical girl anime. What I find makes the Precure series different from any other magical girl anime is just the fact that I really love how there's a new season every single year and it's always based around the same things, but it's always so different. Like the characters and the girls in every series are always very different and I really love the friendships that they all form. There's something very deep about the anime and I really enjoy that about it, and I would love to cosplay some of the characters from that. However, I can't make cosplays also, so I would have to definitely commission someone to make a cosplay for me for that. And also there are a number of different Precure films, and what I like about the films is often you get all of the characters coming back into the film, so it's nice to see all of the characters come together when all of the Precures come together. And it's just a really fun ongoing series and it's always exciting seeing every year what Precure series is going to be made and getting to know the characters and the cast more and the whole story, and it's just a really happy anime and it's just an anime that I like to watch to put a smile on my face at the end of the day. Now while we're talking about Precure, I thought I would quickly show a couple of the actual ones I do own from the Precure series. The first one being, this is the Go Princess Precure rod or wand that I got around about last year. Actually no, I got it this year for my birthday. I got it off eBay and it comes with 3 different keys that you can put in the top here. This is the Rose Princess key, and if you twist it, these bits open here and then you turn it on. It makes it, yep, it does that, and then it's got a couple of I'm gonna turn that off. It's got a couple of different modes where you can play some games on it. I've yet to work out how to play them because of course it's all in Japanese, so I have no clue what it's saying, but it's still very nice to own these ones nonetheless. And when I was in Japan this year, I also managed to find the wand for the new anime series, the new Precure series, Mahou Girls Precure, which is here. It's a bit underwhelming compared to the Go Princess Precure rod, but it's still nice to have it, and I think you can buy more of the Linkle diamond stones to put in here. And I also have like another rod thing. I have a heart one because there's one for Cure Miracle and one for Cure Magical. So I'll just quickly turn it on. So this is Cure Magicals. And then pretty much does the same as others. I think there's a game on here. But I just really love to collect these wands. This is really cool and makes me feel like a real life magical girl. In at number 4 we have Clannad. Now this is an anime that actually started off as a visual novel, which I haven't actually read and played through myself, but I would still really like to. There are currently 2 series. There's the Clannad series and then there's the Clannad After Stories. both with 24 episodes. So it is quite long, but I remember when I first watched this, I got so into it. I managed to watch like half of the first season within a day, no joke. I was like hooked. So the main premise of the story is the first half of the story takes place primarily at Hikazara, I can't say that, I'm so sorry, private high school, a fictional high school in Japan. And then outside of the school, frequented locations include the bakery one where Nagisa, who is the main female protagonist, her family run a bakery. Also there's a dormitory where Sunohara lives, and then also throughout the story there's like this weird illusionary world is shown, and there's like often glimpses and like weird sort of like flashback scenes which don't really make much sense till the end of the series, so it's hard to go into detail without spoiling it. This world is kind of like devoid of life, all except for like a young girl and a kind of like junk player. It's really strange, and you're just gonna have to like watch it to see it all kind of make sense. It's of course a high school based anime, and you just see kind of like the relationships form between Nagisa and the rest of the cast and characters. You just see their friendships form, and you see them go through high school, you see them graduate and go to college and get jobs, and trust me, this anime will make you cry so much. Like, oh my gosh, thinking about it now, this anime is so emotional. It is one of the most emotional animes I've ever seen, and I really love the artwork. It's very beautifully done. I believe it's done by Key Studios, and I really like their art style. It's just an anime that is very easy to relate to, as there's a lot of kind of like relatable problems that reoccur throughout the anime, and it's just very beautifully told, and I just recommend that you go and watch it right now, and bring a box of tissues with you as well. And coming in at number 3, we have Sailor Moon. Of course I was going to talk about Sailor Moon, because like how could I not? Oh my gosh, Sailor Moon, where do I start? Of course this is another magical girl anime. I feel like most of my top 5 is going to consist of these, to be honest. Let's be real, they are my absolute fave. The main storyline of Sailor Moon, if you haven't seen it, is a middle school student called Usagi. She befriends a cat called Luna who can actually talk, and Luna gives her a magical brooch, which then lets her become a magical girl or a Sailor Scout. And then from that day on, it's her duty to help protect the world from the evil beings, and along the way she has to find the other 4 Sailor Scouts that will help her protect the world with her. As well as trying to defend the earth from all the evil beings, they must find their princess of the Moon Kingdom, and also find the legendary silver crystal. And of course, like any magical girl anime, there has to be a romantic interest, and this comes in the form of Tuxedo Mask, who somehow always seems to turn out at the exact right moment to save Sailor Moon when she is in trouble. Of course, this was based off a manga. I have read all of the manga, and there has been, well, these series were kind of split up into arcs as such. So there are several different arcs which were originally aired in the 90s, which I haven't seen all of it sadly, as that was like when I was born, so I couldn't watch it when it was first out, but I'm currently trying to catch up with it all. And of course most of you will know of the Crystal, the Sailor Moon Crystal, which is kind of like the remakes, and there are currently 3 seasons of that. I have to say, I love the Crystal seasons so much. It was amazing to see them redone and remastered in HD, and it was beautifully done, and I can't wait, and I really hope that the rest of the seasons are also made into the Crystal seasons as well. I was also lucky enough to go to the Sailor Moon exhibition in Roppongi Hills back when I was in Japan in April, and there they showed a lot of artwork from the original 90s anime, and I have to say it was so nice to see it all and just see it in front of me myself. I couldn't really take many pictures for obvious reasons, but they also had a lot of 90s merchandise, and I wanted it all so badly. Sadly, a lot of this merch is very hard to come by these days, or it's very expensive, but I do own one thing. As well as figures, I was lucky enough to get myself the Proplica Moon stick. Now this is a remake of There has been several kind of remade versions of the moonstick, but this is the new and modernized version made by Precure Bandai. I got this for Christmas a couple of years ago now, and I'll probably say like a little close up, but can you see how beautiful it is? It's gorgeous. It stands on top of my wardrobe, as it has its own stand. But I'll try and turn this on for you, give you a little demo. It's very loud. So you press this button here. I'm going to turn that off actually, if that is extremely loud, and the people in the rooms by me can probably hear me and think, what the heck is that? And one of the things I also really love about Sailor Moon is how just determined Usagi is. She's very clumsy and a massive crybaby, like me, I have to say, but she's so determined and she never gives up, and I admire her so much for that. And this anime always makes me feel super inspired, and I'm gonna want to go and rewatch it right now after I've done filming this. 2 animes to go. Coming in at number 4, we have Puella Magi Madoka Magica, and this is another magical anime, of course. What were you expecting? This one is very different from the others that I've talked about so far, and this is based on another high school student called Madoka Kaname and her friend Sayaka, and they encounter a small cat-like creature called Cube, and it offers them this contract in which they have to agree with so they can become magical girls. I really can't talk. I really can't talk today. However, the one catch is you can ask and you can have any wish granted in return for becoming a magical girl. So of course this seems very enticing, but as you will see in the anime, there is a huge catch, which of course I am not going to say, and I hope that I didn't give away too much. But of course that offer does definitely seem too good to be true, almost. So once they become magical girls, they of course they have to go around fighting these they're called witches in kind of weird parallel sort of dimensional worlds, and they can collect these items called grief seeds. And along the way they make friends with a girl called Mimi, who is also a student in their school, who helps train them up and gain some strength and skills. And then a character called Homaru Akemi shows up, and she tries to stop Madoka almost forming a contract with Kyubey, because she doesn't form her contract straight away, as you'll see. And obviously we're like, why is she trying to do this? And you obviously have to watch to find out why. The anime focuses a lot on their witch hunts and their responsibilities comes with being a magical girl. Yeah, you just gotta watch to see what this huge twist is, but I will say one thing, it's a lot darker than any other magical girl anime that I've seen, which is what I really enjoyed about it. It was very refreshing to watch, and it's very, very well made, and it did make me cry, and you just gotta go and see it. I forgot to mention also, this does have a manga series. There are 3 in the original manga series, and there are a lot of spin-offs as well, which I'm finding very hard to keep up with. But I actually did read the manga first, and then I watched the anime, which has 12 episodes in it. Coming in at my number 1 spot, my number 1 all-time favourite anime is Vampire Knight. Now, I don't know if any of you expect this to be my favourite anime, but it was one of the very first mangas I ever read, and manga is kind of the thing that introduced me to the whole world of, like, the whole Japanese world and anime. And this was the very first manga I picked up in a shop, and I first of all got interested by it just because of the fact it had vampire in it, and I was like 14 at the time, and I was obsessed with Twilight, so I was like, hey, this has vampires in it, I'm gonna love this. So I read it and I immediately fell in love with it. I'll just read you a bit of the plot. So Yuki's earliest memory is of a stormy night in winter where she was attacked by a rogue vampire. However, she was rescued by another vampire called Kaname Kuran, who is pure blood vampire. 10 years later, Yuki Cross is the adopted daughter of Headmaster Cross of Cross Academy, and she has grown up to help be a guardian of the vampire race, and also protecting her childhood crush Kame from Discovery as he leads a group of vampires at the elite boarding school. Because at this school there's the day class, which is just humans, and there is then the night class, which is vampires. However, the day class do not know that the night class are vampires, and Yuki and also another character, Zero, it's their kind of guardian duty job to help keep that secret and help keep peace at bay at the academy. However, Yuki, of course, is still very curious about her past. She cannot remember anything about her past. So of course she is trying to find out everything about her past, and you see that unfold. You see her form friendships, and I really enjoyed how mysterious this anime seemed at first. I was very intrigued to find out what who like Yuki is, and I really resonated with Yuki for some reason or another. Vampire Knight does also have 2 anime seasons. It has the first season and then the season 2, which is called Vampire Knight Guilty. The anime series only covers from about volume 1 to about volume 11 of the manga, and there are 19 volumes in total. It is sadly ended now. But yes, if you do watch the anime, then I highly recommend you carry on reading the manga as well, as it goes into a lot more depth and detail in the manga I found. Obviously they have to cut stuff out of the anime, otherwise it will be too long. A lot more happens in the manga, which obviously you don't see covered in the anime, but if you're a fan of vampires and supernatural beings, then you'll definitely enjoy this anime. This anime will always hold a very special place in my heart, as it was also the first character I cosplayed. I cosplayed Yuki Cross. If I can find a very awkward and embarrassing picture, I'll put it on screen here. But yes, I did cosplay her, and I would like to cosplay her again, this time with a wig and cosplaying it properly, as I have far better knowledge of what cosplay is now. So there you go, they are my top 5 favourite anime. Tell me in the comments down below which animes you love the most. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys.